Am I at fault for giving my friend first aid on a sensitive area? Welcome to Storytime, real life stories. This is a story when I did what anyone trained in first aid would do. I helped a bleeding friend. But within minutes, the party turned into a storm of rumors, accusations, and unexpected confrontations. What happened after that still leaves me questioning people's motives. People always say nothing exciting ever happens at pool parties, that it's all sunscreen, cheap speakers, and someone yelling, "Don't run," every 5 minutes. But that day at Greg's house, that day proved everyone wrong. It started with a sound I'll never forget. One of those sharp, panicked screams that slice straight through laughter and music like a knife through fabric. One moment, we were all goofing around, watching people fling themselves down a slip and slide like a bunch of oversized kids. The next, the entire yard went dead silent. Amy stood at the end of the slide. Dripping water, one hand clamped over her chest. Blood, bright, shockingly bright, was streaming through her fingers. For a second, nobody moved, not one person. But something in me just switched on, like a reflex I didn't know I had. I jumped up, heart hammering, and ran to her. The world around me blurred out. Music faded, people vanished. All I saw was her pain, her panic, and the blood trailing down her stomach. Nursing school does this thing where the clinical part of your brain overrides everything else. That happened to me, hard. When she pulled her hand back to show me the cut, my stomach nodded, not from disgust, but from relief. It wasn't as bad as it looked, but it definitely needed attention. Greg pointed me toward the first aid kit inside, so I guided her through the house, her hand shaking lightly against my arm. Inside the bathroom, with the door shut and the noise outside muted, the seriousness settled between us. I paused. Because of where the injury was, I knew it could feel uncomfortable having someone else handle it, even if it was medical. So I asked her softly, "Are you okay with me treating this, or do you want to do it yourself?" She didn't even blink. "No, I want your help. I trust you." That sentence hit deeper than I expected. Trust is heavy. It's not something you take lightly. I cleaned the cut carefully, watching her face for signs of pain, talking her through each step the way we're taught to do. I checked for debris, made sure it wasn't deep, added neosporin, and bandaged it with slow, steady hands. She thanked me, genuinely, warmly, and for a moment I felt useful. Like the hours studying and practicing on simulation dummies actually meant something in the real world. But the second we stepped back outside, the atmosphere felt off. Some women rushed up to check on Amy, but their eyes kept flicking to me, with looks that felt more like accusations than concern. Sarah, especially, stared at me like I was something she scraped off her shoe. I tried to ignore it. But later, Greg sat beside me and told me the truth. "People were talking shit," he said quietly. My chest tightened. "About what? Helping her?" Greg nodded. "Sarah said it was creepy how you sprang into action just to touch a boob." And some others agreed. I swear, my face burned so fast it felt like a slap. All the care, the professionalism, the caution I took, it evaporated in the weight of their judgment. I felt embarrassed, misunderstood, cheapened, like something pure had been twisted in a way I didn't deserve. Hours later, when it was just me and Sarah near the fire pit, I finally asked her, "Why did you make fun of me for helping Amy?" She shrugged, like my feelings were insignificant. "I guess it was kinda mean. Sorry, I just thought it was weird you ran over so fast. A girl could have helped. We know first aid too." The apology was paper thin and insincere, but I took it. I didn't want a scene. Still, something ate at me. Amy didn't know what they had said, and I didn't want her thinking I'd done anything inappropriate if she heard it from someone else. So I called her later that night. She was calm at first. telling me her cut was healing well. But when I told her everything, every comment, every snide joke, everything Sarah said at the fire pit, her calmness shattered. She went silent, dangerously silent. Then she unleashed hell. She tore into the group chat with the fury of someone defending a friend she didn't realize she valued that much. She called them out, by name, shaming them for mocking the only person who actually helped her while they all stood around gawking. She even told Greg not to invite Sarah to the next pool party. Greg agreed instantly. Even when people apologized to me, Amy wouldn't let up. "Don't accept their apologies," she told me. "They didn't step up when I was hurt. They sat on their asses and insulted you. Let them sit with what they did." And I realized something then. People really do reveal their true selves in moments of crisis. Some freeze, some judge, some mock, and some defend. Now I keep thinking about the whole thing, turning it over in my head like a moral puzzle. Why are people so quick to assume the ugliest possible intentions, even when the situation clearly calls for compassion? And what does that say about us when doing the right thing can still get you accused of the worst? Thank you for listening to the whole story, and let me know in the comments section what you think, who was at fault. Like, share, and subscribe to StoryTime channel for more stories.